hello, children. Hello, Krusty.
Hello there, Patty. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm good, Krusty. Listen, I came today with a question for you.
Oh, okay. I like your questions. So go ahead, shoot.
So, Krusty, have you ever had to stay in the house in your bedroom alone for a long, long time?
Yep, that happened to me once. A long time ago, I threw a rock through the window of the living room, and my dad was so upset that he made me stay in my bedroom by myself for a whole week.
Oh, that sounds like it was hard.
It was so boring, Patty. First, I started by playing with my ball and throwing it in the air 50 times. And then after that, I got tired of that. So then I took my blocks and I built a tower with my blocks, and then I knocked it down, and then I built it again, and then I knocked it down, and then I built it again. And well, after a while, that got tiresome. So then I made my truck go up the ramp and down the ramp, and up the ramp and down the ramp, and up the ramp and down the ramp.
Boy, Krusty, that sounds like a really tiresome time.
Yep, and then after that, I tried counting my fingers and my toes. And then I realized I couldn't count very well. And I tried counting backwards from 100, but I got stuck around 98. Oh, Patty, it's a hard thing to be stuck in a room for a week.
Well, Krusty, what I wanted to tell you is that did you know that after Jesus went back to heaven, his friends had to stay in a room for a long time and not go outside, just like you?
Oh, really? For a whole week?
Nope.
2 weeks?
Nope, more than that.
3 weeks?
Nope. 40 days.
Oh, is that longer than a week?
Yes, Krusty, 40 days is longer than a week.
Oh, man, so that's pretty hard. That was like me, right? So what did they do? Did they play with the ball?
No.
Well, did they play with their Lincoln Logs or something?
No.
Well, did they count backwards from 100?
No, Krusty.
Well, what did they do, woman?
They prayed and they sang songs to each other.
Oh, so how many of them was there in there?
Well, there was 120 people all in one room.
Oh, so why was they there? Were they being punished like me? Did they throw a rock in the window?
No, it wasn't anything like that.
Well, was God mad at them? Was Jesus mad at them?
No, Jesus wasn't mad at them.
Then why, Patty? Why were they stuck in a room and they couldn't go outside for 40 days?
Because Jesus had a big surprise for them. But they had to wait for the surprise for 40 days. He was going to give them a special promise that he promised them, but they had to be patient and wait in the room.
Oh, man, well, that must have been hard. So what was the big surprise?
Well, let me tell you what happened. So one day, they were all together in that big room, and they was praying, and they were singing like always. And the day started off nice and quiet and peaceful and still, like any other ordinary day. But then, all of a sudden, Krusty,
What?
all of a sudden, there was a great and powerful wind. Krusty, have you ever been caught in a great, powerful wind?
Yes, I have. One day, my parents took me to the beach, and I was on the beach, and it was so windy that my cowboy hat, see that? That's my favorite hat. It blew off my head, and I had to chase it around the beach. Oh, that was so scary.
Yes, well, Krusty, it was like that. There was a great, powerful wind that came over these 120 people in the room. But you know what the strange thing about it was?
What was strange?
It was windy in the house, but it wasn't windy outside the house. If you were outside the house, all the trees and the leaves were standing still. The wind, Krusty, was inside the house.
A wind inside the house and not outside the house? That sounds impossible. I never heard of anything like that. What was that all about?
Krusty, it was the coming of the Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit? I know about Jesus and I know about God the Father, but who's the Holy Spirit?
The Holy Spirit is God too. He's the one that Jesus said he was going to send to the apostles. And so,
well, okay, so what else happened? So after the wind, did they all blow away?
No, but then something very strange happened besides that.
What?
Well, suddenly there appeared on top of every person's head, 120 people, there were tongues of fire on each person's head.
What, a tongue of fire? Yep, a little bit of fire. You know like when you see a candle with a flame on it? Well, there was a little flame of fire on top of everybody's head. That's amazing. So were they burned? Did they call the fire department?
No, no, no. It was a good fire. It was a fire from the Holy Spirit.
So why did all this happen, Patty? Why did the Holy Spirit put a fire on their heads?
Because he wanted to give them power.
Power? What do you mean power?
Power so that then they could go outside and tell everybody about Jesus and about how to get their sins washed away and how to follow Jesus and to live a new and wonderful life with God.
Oh, but I don't get it. How come you need power to go outside and tell people about Jesus?
Because, Krusty, you need power to be brave.
Oh, that's right, because some people might not like to hear what you have to say.
You need power to be bold. You need power to not quit and not give up. You need power to be kind to people and to forgive people and to keep going on.
Okay, well, that's really good. So when these people, these 120 people, were filled with power from the little tongues of fire on their head
that went into their heart,
yet from the Holy Spirit that went into their heart, when these people were filled with power, they must have looked like the Incredible Hulk or Spider-Man. They must have burst out of the room looking like powerful giants.
Actually, Krusty, the funny thing about it is that when they went on the rest of their lives, they just look like ordinary people.
Ordinary people?
That's right. If you saw them on the street, you would think, oh, he looks like a nice man, but you wouldn't know that he's filled with the Holy Spirit.
Oh, I see. So does that mean that some of the people I see on the street who are Christians, they have the Holy Spirit even though they don't look like the Incredible Hulk?
That's right, Krusty. But the Spirit inside you is powerful. And here's the best part, Krusty.
Okay, what's the best part?
The best part is that anybody who believes in Jesus can have the Holy Spirit inside them and can have the power to be bold and brave and talk to people about how to get saved.
Oh, anybody can?
That's right, anybody who believes in Jesus.
Wait a minute. Even little children?
Krusty, especially little children. Little children are very important people to God.
They are, but they can't even tie their shoelaces sometimes.
Yes, but that doesn't matter. Little children are special kinds of people for God.
Well, why?
Because little children believe in God, and they're not all complicated and stuff like that. If you tell them about Jesus, they'll believe you.
Well, that's really good.
And little children can have as much power as anybody to share about Jesus with their friends.
So little children you don't have to wait till you grow up and be a grown-up to have the Holy Spirit and to have the power to tell people about Jesus.
That's right, Krusty.
Well, I do declare that's pretty good news.
Oh, yes, Krusty, it's good news. So little children, we want you to realize how powerful you are when you have the Holy Spirit inside you.
That's right, and I better go right now.
Well, why?
Because I think I better tell some little children this good news.
Well, Krusty, I think we just told them.
Oh, that's right. Okay, little children, well, we'll see you next time for more rollicking adventures from the Bible.
Okay, kids, goodbye.
But for now, we gotta go. Bye-bye.